All right, so welcome back to the Northwest Iowa Sports Podcast. This is Riley Viss with Dalton Bennett and Dan Molnar as
Hi.
Blake Parks and Aaron are both busy.
We're just the fill-ins.
We'll be talking about the NBA tonight and obviously the playoffs and then end of the year awards. So I guess we could start off with the 1-8 matchup of Golden State and Los Angeles Clippers. Pretty obvious, or not? You guys got to.
I'd give the Clippers a game. I give them at least a game.
Before I would have said maybe Clippers a game, but right before I came here, I looked at ESPN and the Vegas odds came out, and Clippers have the worst odds since like 1988 at what was it, plus 50,000 or something crazy like that. Some places in Las Vegas, the odds are so bad where they're not even putting them on their books. Like they're not even letting people bet on that. It's so bad.
Jeez.
So I would like to see the Clippers upset, but to go for Clippers is kind of insane. Yeah, I think Warriors definitely gonna bring out the sweeps.
The season series was 3-1 Warriors, of course, and of the last 16 of 18 meetings, Golden State has beat Los Angeles Clippers. And the Clippers right now are basically winning on effort. I've been watching a lot of videos, and that's basically what everybody's saying. They're just winning because they're outplaying everybody. They don't got the talent, and this matchup is not a matchup. They both shoot threes, though. They both can hit threes. They're the two best teams in the West at three-pointers in the playoffs.
But, I mean, does anyone really hit threes aside from Houston Rockets compared to Golden State?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can say you hit threes, but then when we put you up against Golden State, especially playoffs,
You got to hit a shit ton of threes to beat these guys.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be very close, but...
Not really. I was going to pull up the starting five, but not for this matchup because
not worth it.
we're pretty set on who's winning. All right, and then we got the Houston Rockets and the Utah Jazz, the 4-5 seed. They split season series at 2-2. Houston is 20-4 in the last 24 games of the season, and Utah Jazz has the best defense in the West, the best rim protector, and arguably one of the best coaches in the West as well. I have Rockets 4-2, but I definitely think the Jazz can flip it and win the series. But I'm gonna take the Rockets just because they're a little bit better.
I think I could see an easy 7-game series, but it all really depends on how James Harden comes out, because he can come out like he did for most of the playoffs last year and be insane like he's been all year.
Yeah.
But he could also be the James Harden of old and completely flop in the playoffs, not be trustworthy. So really, the X factor in this whole thing is James Harden. But I would love to see the Jazz go on to the second round. I love Donovan Mitchell. I love how they play.
I love the defense. Rudy Gobert is one of my all-time favorite Jazz players.
He's an animal.
It looks like Joe Ingles is a small forward for the Jazz, and I highly doubt he's guarding James Harden. I'm going to guess Donovan Mitchell will be guarding him. They both got actually really good starting fives. The starting five for the Utah Jazz is Ricky Rubio, Donovan Mitchell, Joe Ingles, Derek Favors, and Rudy Gobert. And then for the Rockets, you got Chris Paul, Eric Gordon, James Harden, PJ Tucker, and Clint Capella.
Yeah, I could definitely see Ingles and Mitchell switching between Gordon and Harden, because I wouldn't trust Ingles on Harden.
He's not that fast.
I would trust anyone on Harden, though.
I don't trust anyone either. I don't know. I think James is going to average 35 in this matchup, but that's just because nobody can really guard him. And if Donovan Mitchell goes all-out defense on him, who's going to score for the Jazz then? Nobody.
Nah, yeah.
I mean, you got players there to put up 80 points, but who's going to carry you over 100 like the Rockets can? Because you got Eric Gordon and Chris Paul. They can both score at will. But, Dan, who do you got in this one?
I want to see the upset, but I have Rockets by at least a game.
Did you say yours yet?
I said it's going to be 7-game, I believe, either way. And I'm going to go for the Jazz, but I'm figuring on Rockets winning.
I'm going for the Jazz as well, but I have the Rockets 4-2, of course. And then the 3-6 matchup, Portland Trailblazers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. The main points I found from the Oklahoma City Thunder is they need Russ and Paul George to really go off, and then they're almost unstoppable. They're one of the best teams in the West at home, and they are very healthy right now. I don't believe they have any injuries. Trailblazers have Nurkic out. He is out. I don't know how long, but that's just what I've been hearing, that he is the main injury in this matchup.
Isn't he out for the rest of the season?
I think so. He might be. I have OKC, honestly, 4-1. I just don't think anybody can really stop Russ and PG. They are very good. But what do you guys got?
I'm going with. I think you've almost got to go with Thunder. It surprised me Trailblazers is that high. Aside from Nurkic, who, like you said, is out, they have CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard, and I feel like that's what, you're gonna pull it up right here too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enes Kanter at center. Come on, really?
Like he's good, but like he was better with the Thunder.
Yeah.
He was better with the Thunder.
But
there's definitely gonna be beef between him and Adams.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
for sure.
Adams is an animal, but I just don't see how Portland can pull this off. Because OKC's got Russell Westbrook, Terrence Ferguson, Paul George, Jeremy Grant, Steven Adams. Right there is a power three with Russell, Paul, and Steven Adams.
With Noel at backup, Markieff Morris, Diallo, winner of the dunk contest or finalist, and then Dennis Schroeder. He's an animal too. Dennis Schroeder. He's really,
if he turns up, he can turn up. I just really can't see Portland coming out of this.
No, I'm surprised that they are the 4 seed, as in the Thunder. I'm surprised that they're the 4 seed or the 6 seed.
Dude, okay, can we talk about how crazy it is that they managed to get out of playing Golden State, get out of playing the Nuggets, and then get out of playing the Rockets, who dropped down to 4th.
Right.
They got the luckiest roll of the dice in the last, 10 games of the season that they possibly could have.
And if they win, they play either the Nuggets or the Spurs, which...
Both winnable game. Series, rather.
Easy, yeah. This matchup, I see a major point guard battle with Russ and Lillard.
Yeah.
But, yeah, with no post, with Enes Kanter starting at post, it's going to be a little bit different. I don't know. I don't see much scoring except for the point guard and shooting guard position. After that, Rodney Hood, he can score, but, he's not your go-to guy. Dan, you got your team winning or losing?
I got him winning.
And how many games?
4-2 series.
All right. And then our next matchup is the 2-7 between the Nuggets and the Spurs. Season series, I did not find this out. I was slacking. But the Nuggets, I have depth on this one, big time. They have a lot of depth. But all their top 3 scorers, this is their first playoff appearance. They have a very young coach. And then you look at the Spurs, veteran coach, made the last 22 playoffs. That's insane. They have a ton of experience with all of their stars playing in the past few years deep in the playoffs. And then they don't turn the ball over either. It's just like teams around here, you see them, and they just don't turn the ball over, and you always see them up top. What's you guys' predictions as I pull up their rosters?
Dan, you can go first in this one.
With the experience the Spurs have, I want to say, another 4-2 series.
You got the Spurs in 4-2?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we got Derek White at starting point guard, DeMar DeRozan, Brian Forbes, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Jacob Poeltl. I see DeMar and LaMarcus really having to pull a lot of weight in this one, and then Rudy Gay coming off the bench. That's going to be huge for them. I think he hits a bunch of huge shots. Spurs are deep at point guard. They got Patty Mills and then DeJounte Murray. But otherwise, the Nuggets seem to have the better roster with Jamal Murray, Gary Harris, Will Barton, Paul Millsap, and Nikola Jokic. I don't care about it. I hate these guys. They got nice depth. I did not know Isaiah Thomas was the 3rd point guard, but thought he was a starter or a second man. Shows how much I pay attention to these guys. But I'm still taking the Spurs. Let's see what I got for my stats. I think I had the Spurs 4-2. Yep, I'll take Spurs 4-2 in this one.
I'm going against the grain on this one. I got to go Denver Nuggets. I feel like they're going to get one off. Sadly, it has to come up on Pop, but I mean, at least he's keeping his playoff streak alive.
Yep.
And he's done. Like, I did not think that the Spurs were going to be able to do this well, losing just how they lost and the way things have shaken over in San Antonio the past couple years. And DeMar DeRozan doesn't want to be there. At least he didn't. No. Everyone knew that.
Yeah.
And for them to get even to the playoffs surprised me, but I just don't think, and I haven't watched much of them, but I just feel like they're not going to have the chemistry, especially come playoffs. And I don't think the main guy having playoff experience being the coach with everyone else. They're like, yeah, DeMar DeRozan has some experience, but he always ran into LeBron in the second round, so it's like cute.
Right.
But I just got to go with the Nuggets. I think they'll get this one, and then, like you said, I think before we start filming, they'll run out of gas because they're not used to. They're all young players. They're not used to playoff and how it rolls. So I'm taking Nuggets. Oh, I'll probably hop on the Dan train with the 4-2.
All right, and then we move on to the East. So in the West, we pretty much agreed on the Warriors. I think the Rockets and the Thunder, and then we split ways with the Spurs and the Nuggets. Dark horse in the West, real quick. Who is it? Jazz or the Thunder? Just get.
Oh, I forgot about Thunder.
Yeah, looking at
the dark horse. That's what's weird.
They're easily the dark horse, but they are easily one of the best teams in the West. I don't get how they got this.
That's what's weird is like, you know, I don't consider Thunder a dark horse because they have Westbrook and Paul George.
Right.
Right there, you're like, all right, they've got to be
top five.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't personally consider them a dark horse, but
since they're seeded six,
to watch.
Yeah,
I think it was strategic seeding. Like they definitely could have been higher, but they're like, But I'm gonna take Jazz, not considering Thunder as a dark horse.
Honestly, all 7 teams, besides for the Clippers, have a chance in the second round. They all got a good chance of winning 2 to 3 games in each series. Sorry, Blake, but your team sucks this year.
I was just going to ask if Blake is still a fan of the Clippers.
He's still a big fan. He likes to brag a lot. All right, now we move over to the West. Let's see. Milwaukee Bucks as a 1 seed, Detroit Pistons as the 8 seed. The Bucks dominated the season series 4-0. None of the games are very close. Best all-around matchup for the Bucks. They got every matchup is in favor of their way. And honestly, same for the same for the Pistons. They just have no good matchup there.
You know, I saw that the Bucks were up next, and I'm legit just getting hyped in my seat. Past couple days since I knew I was going to be coming on here, I've paid a lot of attention to a lot more than I already do to NBA, and just you can't help but read about Giannis this, Giannis that. You know, most of the time I hate that. Like, oh, we're talking about this one player. But Giannis is legit the Greek flipping freak.
Right.
Like, you can't see him play. You can't watch a highlight reel without being excited. The guy's only 24. He's insane. I read a whole bunch of stats that I forgot to write down, but he's putting up numbers from the post position. And he doesn't even play true post.
Right.
He's putting up numbers from the post position you haven't seen since Shaquille O'Neal was in his prime in like 2000.
Exactly.
And he's crazy on defense. He's crazy on offense. He's the perfect basketball player. Many people are considering him the best player in the world right now. And remember, LeBron James is still, well, not right now, but he's still kicking and still doing LeBron things most of the time. It's definite Bucks on this one. I can't wait to see them play in playoffs. And I'm excited. But Bucks 4-0.
I'm so confident in the Bucks that if it was a 20-game series, it'd go 19-1.
See, what does suck with this, though, is Blake Griffin is one of my all-time favorite players. I've liked him since I started paying attention to basketball. And so since he went to Detroit, I like Detroit, but they're not going to put up a chance against...
And he's guarding Giannis, of all people. So
he's going to get kind of beat down on, I think. Is what it is, I guess.
I mean, I guess he can maybe hold him down a little bit, but he ain't stopping the Bucks himself. Wayne Ellington has been all over the NBA. He was just at the Heat, and then I think the Suns dropped him immediately and didn't even spend time with him. as they got him and Tyler Johnson. But no, this team's just not that good if you look at the roster. So
What's their record real quick? Detroit's.
41 and 41,
Okay.
and then Bucks have the best record at 60 and 22. All right, and then we'll look at the number 4 and 5 matchup: Boston Celtics and the Indiana Pacers.
Did you get to say your?
No, you said everything that I wanted to say.
Okay.
Yeah, Dan, what is your prediction on the first matchup?
4-0 or 3-1.
We do this all the time in our regular podcast with Blake. He just kind of sits quiet, and then all of a sudden we move on. We're like, Blake, what's your? Just hop in whenever you want. Just interrupt anybody.
Yeah, I just got really excited. Like, what's about that?
Right. That's just what it is. You just gotta start talking, or else you're gonna get skipped. But you said 4-1?
4-0 or
3-1.
3-1. All right, I'll take a 3-1.
Whatever.
Dan's ready for bed. But then we got the 4-5 with the Boston Celtics and the Indiana Pacers. The Celtics won last 6 of 8, and the Pacers struggled late in the season, and they have no Oladipo, which is obviously freaking huge. But the Pacers are still kicking. They were a 3 when they lost them, and now they're only a 5. So they're still working, but they're just kind of like like the Clippers. Like, they got players that can play, but they don't got people that can take over the game.
That was the big thing about losing Oladipo. Is they have a good cast around Oladipo, and
Yeah.
I'm surprised they did as well as they did after.
Exactly.
I forget what his name was. Was it Bojan Bogdanovic? I think he really, if that dude is with the Pacers,
that is.
he really showed up big after
Yeah.
Oladipo dropped out. He put on some crazy numbers. Darren Collison had a couple games where I would be looking on my phone, and I think he dropped like a 30-point game once. I was like,
Yeah.
what? And yeah, they've done crazy well, and that's why I'm not counting them out, even without Oladipo, because I think it's been around half the season they haven't had Oladipo. Could be wrong on that.
It's about half, yeah.
And yeah,
if not more.
and they've only dropped from 3rd to 5th,
Yeah.
which is crazy. So I really like this series. I think it's one of the best series that you're going to see in the first round. I think it is possibly the best series you'll see in the first
They don't have a
round.
bad roster either. Darren Collison, Tyreek Evans, Bogdan, and then Thaddeus Young, and then Miles Turner. Like, that's not a bad roster, but going up against Kyrie, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Marcus Morris, and Al Horford, that's a tough roster to take down, but they're not really clicking either.
No.
I mean, that type of roster should be easily 1 or 2 in the East, but I forgot who I got. I got Celtics 4-2 just because I didn't look at the Pacers roster. I'm actually gonna take it 4-3.
Yeah, that's right.
4-3 Celtics.
Yeah, I'm going 4-3. I hate to say it, but Celtics, just because I think the star power with even just Kyrie, and I hate to say it, but the B+ overall team, like, of the Pacers,
Yeah.
they're not going to be able to hold on, even if the Celtics aren't clicking,
Yeah.
which I think they might be able to figure it out.
And if they
Midway
do,
through
then
the
watch
series.
out. But they ain't taking down the Bucks.
I think they'll definitely. I can't see them. How would I word this? I can for sure see them dropping 2, and then they'll kind of wake up
Yeah.
and be like, "All right, we're not gonna lose first round here. We're better than this."
Yeah.
And then they'll click. That's what I think.
Game 7 at Boston. Nah.
Nah.
Nobody can take that away from them. And then we got the 3-6 with the 76ers and the Nets. Split series in the season, 2-2. Overall, I got the 76ers with more talent, and they don't got very much chemistry going on right now. Their 4 stars have only played, I think, 14 total games all together, actually playing. And then Embiid is actually questionable for game 1, so that's going to be a little tough for them. And then the Nets just got D'Angelo Russell. Like, I don't know. He's turning into a star, but
Oh yeah, I hated when I saw the Lakers traded into the Nets,
right.
but it was the best thing that could have happened for him. And I think when it was D'Angelo Russell's Nets that knocked the Lakers out of the playoffs this year,
That was
oh, sweet victory.
right.
That had to have felt great. But yeah, I think overall it's gonna be a lot the same Pacers Celtics, where you're really rooting for the B+ overall team in the Nets, but in the end of it, all them guys Ben Simmons, JJ or
JJ Redick.
JJ Redick, thank you. I almost said Berea. And Jimmy Butler. And
Yeah,
even
in the
if
playoffs.
Joel can't come in until halfway through, it's still the first three I said right there. I feel like they're just gonna take over a little bit, and then Joel Embiid will come in, and it's definitely game over at that point.
For sure. They have a good starting
And
five
Tobias
too.
Harris.
Yeah, they got Tobias too.
So we're sipping on some beer, so it's going down real well. Then we got the 2-7. Wait, nobody even predicted this one. I have the 76ers 4-2. I've heard a lot of people say that the Nets are gonna pull off the upset here, but I just can't see it.
You see, it's hard to pull off an upset when there's 7 games.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
that's what's cool about the March Madness thing is, you have one time you have to beat a better team, but this you have to beat them 4 times. It's tough, as I can't really see an upset coming out of anywhere in this, but I would definitely have to go with the 76ers. I'm probably going to go with 4-2 as well.
That's what Aaron went as well. He just sent me his freaking predictions. He's at prom right now, and he just sent me his predictions. So at least he's putting in effort. He's got 4-2 in this series. Dan?
Yeah, I got 4-2 with all the talent that 76ers have and, versus the talent that the Nets have.
All right, then we move on to the 2-7 with the Raptors and the Magic. Raptors, every single year that they had to go up against anybody, he's been worn out and tired. The Raptors are finally doing something smart, and they've been resting him. I think he's missed 24 games this year.
I know who you're talking about. Did you say who he was?
No, I was trying to say that he was doing better in the East, but he obviously did not play in the East. But what were you going to get at?
Well, did you say Kawhi? I don't remember.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't know if you said you were talking about Kawhi.
Oh,
But yeah, I don't. You haven't seen Kawhi in year and a half almost in the playoffs
yeah.
because he didn't even play all of last year.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of the same thing with DeMar DeRozan, where you don't even know if he fully wants to be in Toronto, but hey,
Yeah.
here's this opportunity to go get yourself a championship or at least get to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
But
I take this one 4-1 Raptors. A lot of people are saying the Magic have a good upset chance, but they've got to go out there and literally play lights out, and they aren't going to. So, Dan?
4-1.
I see a 4-0 sweep for the Raptors.
Yeah. Let's see what Aaron had. Aaron had a 4-1 Toronto. I guess let's look at dark horses in this East. There's not much, honestly. I guess your dark horse could be your Nets or your Pacers. So once again, the 5 and 6 from both conferences, to me, are
Yeah.
dark horses.
I don't really want to bet on the Magic. I'm kind of surprised the Magic sneaked into the playoffs. Or
That's
snuck in, rather.
Yeah.
because it's the East. But
Can we get a solid RIP for Dwayne Wade just missing the playoffs, though?
right,
I'm not a huge Dwayne Wade follower or fan, but, it would have been great to see him get one last shot in
yeah.
the playoffs. Even if it was a 4-0 sweep, you wouldn't want to see it, but
yeah,
it would have just been really cool if you could have seen him play a few more games.
for sure. Who you guys got coming out of the West? Obviously, your favorites are going to be Golden State, Houston, Oklahoma City, and Denver. I'll take Golden State versus the Thunder in the finals.
Ooh.
And that's going to be one hell of a matchup. But
Oh, yeah, because, sorry to cut you off, but
No, you're good.
Golden State plays, they both win, Golden State and Houston, they play second round, right?
Yep.
That would be crazy. But yeah, I'm going to take, you feel like you have to go Golden State for
Yeah.
sure in the conference finals. And I guess if anyone, I would say Oklahoma City, because even if Portland beats Oklahoma City, which I don't see it, I don't see them getting past the Nuggets if they beat San Antonio, but I just can't see Oklahoma City losing any of the first 2 games. And then I would go Golden State in the championship.
Dan?
Yep. Golden State and Thunder.
What? And then let's go with the East. Who you guys got in the East?
Bucks. Sorry.
No, you're good. I
see
got Bucks as
get
well.
excited. Yeah. Bucks Raptors.
Yeah,
It wouldn't
that's-
surprise me if I saw the Raptors leave second round
yeah.
just because their history, but I think that would be a super intense
That would be.
Eastern Conference Finals, and it'd be cool. Kawhi versus Giannis, that'd be crazy.
That's gonna be a fun matchup. I really hope it happens.
I hope it happens too.
If it doesn't happen, y'all let me down. NBA, you guys let me down.
But I'm definitely putting Bucks in the championship just because Giannis is an absolute force of nature.
Right. How do you stop them?
I
know how. You put Dan on him.
Yeah, he's full.
He's done.
Oh, can I quick? It's slightly off topic, but I just saw a picture of LeBron James, Ty Lue. This is like breaking within the last 2 hours. Lakers.
Well, let's cover that real quick.
Yeah, we got to. Lakers got rid of Luke Walton. I guess it was a mutual agreement, but it was LeBron James.
You know damn well it was happening. It was coming too.
Oh yeah. So Luke Walton's out, and throughout the half the day, I've been getting updates on my phone. Ty Lue. So I guess Ty Lue's a favorite.
He is the
To,
favorite.
after he got fired by Cleveland, to come to LA and coach underneath LeBron, because that's basically how it was in Cleveland. LeBron was the coach.
Yeah.
And yeah, Magic's gone, so he can't say anything, obviously. Now Luke Walton's gone, and they're bringing in Ty Lue. It's like you just as well get Kevin Love, Kyle Korver, not Thomas Jefferson. What was his name?
Isaiah Thomas.
No,
No, Tristan Thompson.
Tristan Thompson. Thomas Jefferson. What? Yeah, Tristan Thompson. Just as well repeat the whole thing. But I just think it's a kind of a dumb move. But I guess they won a championship off of those two, so what do you do, I guess?
The leading frontrunners for the coach is Juwan Howard, Ty Lue, Monty Williams, and Magic Johnson. How do you throw Magic Johnson in there? If anything, Kobe. I think Kobe will take over as the owner, though. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be.
I've heard rumors of that, and that would be freaking insane.
That is Magic Johnson, huh? I feel like that's just for the heck of it.
That had to have been because his odds were like a whole 20,000 and ahead of third place or behind. I guess let's go over to the awards, the season awards, and we can start off with the season MVP. I already know who I'm picking, but I will let you guys talk about it first.
I'm gonna let Dan go first, actually.
The main people it's against is James Harden and Giannis.
They did release the ballot today. I don't know if you saw it.
I did not.
I saw it right before I came. It's Steph Curry, Paul George, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and James Harden. But it's basically, yeah, like you said, James Harden and Giannis. But Paul George was in it through most of the season. Up
He really
until
was.
He kind of fell off, and James Harden kept dropping 30-plus bombs, and Giannis was Giannis. But, Dan, yeah, you go first.
I have to take Giannis for this one. Just because of his stats and how he carried his team this year. And just because he's a good freak.
I'm taking the same way. Giannis.
Dang it, I want to debate someone on this so badly. I got fired for facts. Yeah,
I could debate this one too. Like James Harden, if he really gets it, I'm gonna be freaking pissed because he does not deserve it. I mean, yeah, he averaged like 35 points a game or whatever, and he also put up assists. But like, really, your team wasn't winning, dude. If you're gonna put up 35, your team should be first. I don't know. I think Giannis
definitely not fourth.
definitely not fourth,
And
and predicted to lose the first round at least 2 or 3 games. That's not your team.
I just, you go through, or I go through like Instagram comments on ESPN posts about it, and it's really almost split. As of lately, it went more Giannis,
Yeah.
and people are like, how could it not be Harden? Well, here you go, bud. So Harden, yeah, he's dropping a career historic season points wise, and yeah, I think he averages like 7 assists a game.
Something like
Cute,
I've
but
seen his defensive stats.
his defensive stats. Harden's best stat is he's second in steals in the league with like 2 flat. I think I saw.
Yep.
But okay, cool. So you're a crazy good scorer, but this isn't most valuable offensive player. This isn't best scorer in the league. Most valuable player. If you're looking for the most valuable player, who I think makes the biggest effect on his team, you got to go Giannis.
And Giannis is third in the Defensive Player Award, so I mean, you really got to push for Giannis in this one.
He's crazy good on offense. people keep saying, he just has to get that jumper. Just get that. He doesn't have to.
No.
Because, eventually people figure out how to guard him, but not this year.
No.
And like you were saying, on defense, he's also insane. He's, without a doubt, the best player in the league, I think. And to go against him, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
With the numbers he's put up and the fact that he's got a good crew around him. I'm not saying they're not good. Yeah. But last year, they were, I think I tried to look it up, they're like 46 and 33 or something. I don't know if that adds up. And now this year, they're 60 and 22. Because he flipped that switch. He's the one who got insane. Yes, they got Brook Lopez to come in for center, and that stretched them out, left them window lane open, because Brook Lopez can switch to a 3, and they'll have to spread out, and he can just go in and do whatever he wants. But still, it's like, it's mainly him. Yes, he's got that good cast around him, but you don't hear anyone talking about Eric Bledsoe or Brook Lopez or anyone else. Really.
And all the others.
Yeah.
It's Giannis.
So we're looking at a pretty clean sweep for Giannis. And then defensive player, your leader is Rudy Gobert by a long ways. And then Paul George, Giannis, Joel Embiid, and Miles Turner. Joel Embiid actually has a 0% chance at first place, and Miles Turner has a 7.5.
How does that happen?
He got more points. He got more votes, I guess. I don't know.
How do you have more votes?
But a less percent. I'm taking Rudy Gobert, I guess. Maybe, or Giannis. I hope Giannis gets it. I could see Giannis getting it, but Paul George won't be getting it.
I would like Paul George, too.
I'd love to see it, too, but he didn't really stand out as a defensive player.
He was kind of like with Giannis, just not to the level of a great two-way player, where, he could drop 27 points and then also have good rebounds, overall pretty good defensive, but I just don't think he was stand out enough to be a defensive player. So, yeah, it's either going to be Rudy Gobert or I would obviously hope Giannis.
Yeah.
Because, he's insane.
Well, every time that you see a defensive player of the year, it's always power forward or center.
Yep. Because they just get them nasty blocks.
Yeah, blocks and then easy steals by turnovers and everything. Dan, who do you got?
I've got Rudy Gobert on this one.
All right, Dan's going against the odds.
Okay, Dan. Okay.
Most improved players, your 6 players, there's a tie for 5th, is Pascal Siakam, D'Angelo Russell, De'Aaron Fox, Nikola Vucevic. I'm killing these names. Vucevic. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I don't even know this one.
Paul George and Domantas Sabonis. I'm going D'Lo all day. I don't know how you don't vote for D'Lo.
I'm going to go with D'Lo as well, but I do like how Paul George is in there.
Again.
Like, okay, yeah, he's had a crazy year that he hasn't had in a while, but it's not like he had bad years.
Yeah.
He just had that off season last year, but in Indiana he was still good. It's just Indiana, so he didn't get much attention.
Yeah.
But this is the normal Paul George. People are just finally realizing who Paul George actually is again.
Think about Debo and Paul George on the Pacers on this team. Dan, who do you got for MIP, minor in possession? Most improved player, trust me. It's not minor in possession. Who do you got? There's a lot of players. You can take a look at this chart.
Honestly, for me, it's pretty close, but I want to say Sabonis.
Yeah. Sabonis. He's tied for 5th.
I have seen a lot about Pascal Siakam. Don't know if I said that right, but
Probably not.
Siakam or whatever it is. But D'Angelo Russell. He just went from 0 to hero in Brooklyn, turned that team completely around. Because if you ask me, they were the Browns of the NBA for a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
And now they're playoff contention, just like how the Browns are going to be next year. Don't come at me.
Come at us.
All right, come at us. But yeah, it's got to be D-Russ if you ask me.
For sure. All right, and this one's 6th man of the year. Lou Williams. He still doesn't start? How does he not start?
I figured he would be starting this year, but no.
I guess he's better off the bench. But Montrezl Harrell, Domantas Sabonis, again, Spencer Dinwiddie, Julius Randle, and Bogdan Bogdanovic. Who do you guys got here? I'll take Lou Williams again. I think he's just award chasing now.
Like, nah, don't start me.
I
I
don't
want
want
to be
to
as
start.
good as a starter, but come sixth man so I can get sixth man. Did he win it last year?
I think so.
I think so too, but I don't remember. Shucks. I really kind of want to go Bogdan Bogdanovic. His
Yeah.
name is like a repeat. Just add Vich at the end of it. Have
Oh,
you noticed that?
it's Bogdanovic.
Ooh.
It's the backup center for.
Bogdan Bogdanovic. It says second there, right there. Is that true?
Where?
Right there.
Sacramento.
That's a touchscreen.
Yeah.
It's a fancy computer, but I kind of want to go with him just because I like his name. But realistically,
Oh yeah,
I'm
those
going
brothers. They're brothers. You're thinking about the
Bojan. Bogdanovic?
Bojan.
Oh, I'm thinking about Bojan. You're right.
You're
Okay.
thinking about from the Pacers.
Yep. Okay, I'm going DeMontis Sabonis on this one.
Dan.
Same.
What's this, DeMontis?
Where is he? Oh, there he is. All right. And then we'll move on to Coach of the Year. Mike Budenholzer, Doc Rivers, Nate McMillan, and Michael Malone. How is... What's his face? Warriors.
That helps. Steve Kerr.
How is he not in this? At least top
Warriors.
4. He's not even top 5. He's not even receiving votes.
You see, it's tough. Like, while I think he should be, he's in the same boat as Steph Curry. They should both be in the talks for
At
MVP
least.
and Coach of the Year every year. But it's just the norm now. Is Golden State's gonna be Golden State.
Yeah.
It's just how it is anymore. And he won it. What was it? 2014. He won it,
I think so.
which makes more sense because that's when like everyone realized what he built. Now it's kind
Yeah.
of what he's managing to sustain and
Yeah.
add to slowly.
Yeah.
But he's still doing crazy things. But with
Yeah.
this, I'm between Milwaukee's Mike Budenholzer and Denver's Michael Malone. Just because both teams, they weren't really that great last year. They were middle of the pack, but they weren't great. This year, you got Milwaukee, crazy, #1 in the league by record. Don't know if
Yeah.
you consider them better than Golden State. And then you've got Michael Malone, who, Denver, 2 seed. Who would have thought that they would have kept going what they had at the beginning of the
Yeah,
season?
for
I
sure.
figured they were going to fall off halfway through
I
without
was
doubt.
waiting for them to flop out of here.
Oh, same. But I feel like I have to give it to Milwaukee just because of how he's turned that whole
I think it's
organization
going to be
around.
Milwaukee as well, for sure. Dan? Rookie of the Year, Luka Doncic, Trae Young, or DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, you got that right.
I don't know why I didn't say that last year, as the Suns are my team, but who do you guys got here?
Luka!
I think Luka's got it too.
Yeah, Trae Young had a crazy after All-Star break
Yeah.
season, but it's whole season, and
Yeah.
Luka just dominated. And he's just a fun kid. Like,
Yeah.
he just always looks like he's having fun on the court, and still playing well.
Yeah,
So I feel like Luka's going to win that by a landslide.
for sure. Colin Sexton was actually the favorite, and now he's not the favorite. And that is all for your awards. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Did we give our? I feel like we're all in the same boat. Did we give our championship? Like, who we think's going to play who the winner?
I don't think we did. I got the Warriors and the Bucks just because that would be one hell of a series.
Daniel.
I'm gonna take Warriors Bucks too.
What are you having there? Where are you going to have the series go to?
That's gonna be a 7-game series.
Ooh, winner.
Don't ask me. I don't know. Probably the Warriors again. That's just tough to beat.
Danielle.
I don't know. I want to see an upset with the Bucks because of what Giannis can do, but we'll have to see.
I'm going to follow the pack with the whole Warriors-Bucks thing. But I think it's probably going to be 4-2 Warriors. If almost maybe 4-1, I think. And I hate to say it because I love Giannis. But it's Giannis against Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Boogie Cousins if he plays well. Who am I missing? Draymond Green and... Who did I not say? Steph?
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant. Duh. Like, that's legit 5 All-Star team against 1 Giannis. He's going to put up a crazy fight. I hope it goes 7-game. But I'm thinking for probably 4-2 Warriors.
I just saw something crazy from Nelson Rojas. I am adding you, Nelson. Not necessarily. I think they will trade LeBron to get Zion, and that is the Lakers. Do you think that would actually happen?
I think it should happen because I think this year everyone's finally realizing. Like some people, the years before, would say, some realize that LeBron's kind of, it's not PC, but he's kind of a cancer almost. Like, yeah, he's crazy good, but he knows he's crazy good, and so he lets himself run it. He doesn't trust the process, as Philly fans would say. I would personally do it because the Lakers weren't that much better, and they didn't lose anyone. They gained LeBron. Like, how do you put up the same numbers overall?
I'm coming back at you on this one.
Please do.
The starting five at the beginning of the season only played 14 games together.
Really?
14 games. That is Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, maybe Brandon Ingram instead of Josh, and then LeBron, and then
Kuzma?
McGee and Kuzma. They only played 14 games together.
Huh.
I don't know what the record was, but I'm guessing it was not lower than 10 wins. I think if they were healthy this year, they would be in the playoffs right now. But
You think playoffs?
easy.
I guess I can see them.
They were only like 12 games out, and they only played 14 games together. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't think the Pistons would be there. Pistons are East. Who's the 8th seed?
Clippers.
Clippers. Clippers
Yeah, I
would
guess-
not be there.
But it's also they didn't. Yeah, that could go both ways. Where I agree with you.
And
but-
LeBron was hurt, which didn't change anything.
Okay,
That was
yeah,
late in the
they
season.
still held their own really well.
Yeah, they actually did. They actually did pretty good.
While LeBron was gone, which is why I'm also like, yeah, they held their own while he was
Mhm.
gone. It's
That's
almost
because
like
they're all used to each other, though.
yeah, they were clicking. LeBron just kind of came in through everything that they had known out the window.
Next year, who do you think's coming in?
No one.
You really don't think any superstars coming in? The rumor is either Kawhi, KD, or Kyrie. I would highly doubt Kyrie because
I just can't see Kyrie wanting to go back.
He wants to though. He straight up apologized. He called LeBron and apologized.
Well, you can apologize because you've grown older.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's obviously the limelight isn't what he thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But I just don't see him going back. What I kind of want to see him, I'm a Knicks fan, but I kind of want to see KD
Yeah.
and
I already know where
Kyrie
you're going. Yeah.
go to the Knicks and also
Zion.
draft Zion. I heard a crazy thing where someone said Knicks draft Zion, trade for Anthony Davis. I'm like, no.
Holy shit.
I would
All
just,
four of them?
I think it would be dumb to trade for you have Zion. Yeah, he's unknown because it's NBA, but F-bomb. I don't know if I can swear, but
Oh, go ahead.
okay. But fuck, man, it's Zion.
If Aaron's on here, you can't swear, but Aaron's not here today.
But that's what I like to see. I just don't. I really want Kawhi to stay in Toronto. I don't see him going to play with LeBron. I don't think they're a whole lot alike. They're intense, both of them, but I just don't see anyone really wanting to go to play with LeBron. He's too intense. I feel like he takes the fun out of the game, and I truly don't see anyone going there. But I could always be proven wrong. I have been many times before.
What if KD went there?
KD ruined the NBA Part 2.
How good would they be, though?
It would be really fun. I'll admit it. It would be super fun to
I'd
watch.
love to watch that. That young core with those two. Holy shit. How else would you want to grow up in the league?
Yeah. Would you really want that, though? Yeah, you'll get a championship. But would it really help?
I really feel like they're going to teach the kids.
You think LeBron's capable of teaching instead of just screaming at him?
KD will be more than a teacher. Nah, never mind.
You see KD as a
KD
teacher either?
He'll be on his phone just tweeting away.
Yeah, his burner accounts, 500,000 of them.
I don't know. I really feel like that'd actually be a flop, but it'd be fun to watch.
It would be really fun to watch, but I just don't. I think Kyrie was the closest star to being able to mesh with LeBron's.
Yeah.
But as we all know, that went south. But yeah, maybe Kyrie is like, yeah, it was actually pretty good underneath you.
The other two rumors
Let's go
are
back.
Clay and Kawhi.
And who? Kawhi?
Clay.
Clay's not leaving. Clay's a warrior for life.
I think him and Curry are, but they're saying if he leaves, he's going to the Lakers because that's where he grew up, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he grew up there, and I don't know. There's a lot of talks that he's going there.
I don't believe any of it, really.
Right. But what I've heard, the main rumor I've heard is that KD and Kyrie to New York Knicks is basically a done deal already.
What?
That's
Really?
Heard that many times.
We have direct line with Waj.
Very much so. Speed dial.
It would be cool. So, do Lakers have the cap space next?
I think they do.
Summer to
I
get
think they
to
do.
max.
Not two more, but I know they can get
One
for sure
max,
one.
and then another
Yeah,
star, just not all star.
because I think they have a couple free agents and they're going to drop some dead weight.
Like Rajon, he's gone.
Yeah,
I'd be surprised if he doesn't retire. Like, why is he really still around?
right. I hope he goes to a shitty team, like a really low seed team, and just like have a hell of a year and then retire.
He was with Pelicans.
Yeah,
I had that right.
They suck.
You just said low seed team, so
Maybe,
At least he would've had Anthony
he
Davis
should-
to
maybe
dish
he
to.
just has to retire.
where do you think Anthony Davis is going to get traded to? If he gets traded, I can see.
I don't think he will get traded.
I don't
I
see
think-
it either. I can
I
see
think
them
they will
saying,
just. Yep. I think they're going to keep him another year, sit him on the bench. That they don't got to lose to him. Because if they trade him, they're going to lose to him.
yeah.
Why would you want to lose to him?
And it's tough to trade him when everyone knows where he wants to go, where he'll probably end up going.
I think that he's going to get traded late deadline next season. Right before the deadline, they'll just be like, you know what? All right, he's a free agent this year. Who wants him?
Let's get something out of him.
Exactly, because that's what I do on 2K. You know, if I don't like a player, I go to Trade Finder and I get whatever the hell I can get from him.
Bye, Felicia.
Instead of just dropping him, why don't you just trade this dude? You can at least get a second round draft pick. Like that's the worst you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Why drop him and get nothing when you can trade him and get a second round? I'd rather get Anthony Davis for a second round than just drop him and get nothing. Like then you're actually taking a chance. But anything else you guys want to talk about?
I've got nothing.
I've got nothing.
Just, I don't know. I was just going to say, quick sign up to March Madness. Kind of punched myself in the face with it. The whole time leading up, I said Virginia's they're gonna lose before Sweet 16.
Same.
They're not gonna be the number one seed. They're gonna be a first number one seed out. I said it on my heart. I also said Villanova will make Elite 8 at least. Villanova lost in round of 32? Did they make Sweet 16? I can't remember.
No, they lost to Purdue in the second round.
Okay, Villanova lost Purdue second round. Virginia wins the championship. I'm like, okay, I don't know anything about sports, but here I am talking on a sports podcast like I know everything. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will cut out everything that he just said and put in some music instead.
That's fair.
But since we're done here, this is the Northwest Iowa Sports Podcast. You have a new host tonight, and I hope you liked it. See you on the next